Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Brad. This is Despite Fitness. Today is January 25th. There's Nat. She's not holding the camera.
Hi.
You are not being held by Nat.
No, not today.
You're being
well,
held
not
by
right
me.
now.
It's weird. Sitting there, wherever you are in the world, you're safe in my arms. Well, my hand. Anyway, yeah. So going on a 2-day win streak here. This is pretty good. We're making some progress and some traction. It's great. We're on our second day in a row. In a row to do some training. So today's good. I'm excited. Tuesdays, speed day, bench day, and then I don't know if you want to span, go down here and check out my kicks. These are my secret running shoes. I say secret because no one knows I run. But yeah, so we went for a little jog yesterday. We're gonna go for a very small jog again. My intent, as I've done this before in history, a lot of people will ask me with being bigger, or how do you handle runs, and what do you. So really, up to this point in my life, I've really just tried to avoid running as much as I can. Ever since I really got into weightlifting and trying to be as big and strong as I can. Obviously, due to medical issues that have arisen, I'm on a bit of a pivot, and so I can't really go at it and carry the weight, do the things that I was doing, the single-mindedly, just trying to be as big and as strong as possible as I was. So it's a good opportunity to pivot, and in that pivot, try to reintroduce a little bit more running and just try to be kind of a more holistic, all-encompassing kind of fitness vice. Just pick up heavy shit, although I really do like picking up heavy shit. That's I just like, it's near and dear to my heart. But I guess can't stay on the cutting edge of strength forever. At some point in time, you start getting old, things catch up, and whatever. So, making a pivot and just introducing a little bit more running, and as I've mentioned, as I tend to do, I wave up, wave down. Really, what I'm going to do is just start out very, very small, half mile at a time, and just get consistent with putting some mileage in, and then slowly but surely, I can either increase the distance or attempt to decrease my times for set distances and things like that. So that is just kind of how I play it. But it's a very slow and methodical process. I don't go from not running at all to trying to go do 10 miles a couple times a week. You know what I mean? It's very, very small, quarter mile here, quarter mile there, half mile here, half mile there, and just kind of building up my my tolerance for it, my cardiovascular endurance and all that other stuff, while also not trying to break the bank, and destroy myself so as to detract from my weight training. Weight training today is going to be a speed day, speed bench day, so it should be kind of a low impact day for us overall, which is kind of a welcome reprieve. Yesterday was kind of a butt kicker. So I just want to give you guys some awareness of kind of what I do and how I do it, and what the general plan is. We mapped out, I think, like 2 or 3 blocks here in the neighborhood, and we'll basically just do that quick loop. And that'll be remarks complete for the running, and I'll stay consistent with that for probably a couple of weeks while I build up a tolerance for it, and then slowly mess with either time and or distance after that, as I get a little bit more comfortable doing the running. So I'm gonna do that, then we're gonna come back, get set up for the running warm-up. I haven't decided what that's gonna be yet. It's gonna be a shoulder, a back, a tricep, and probably either a chest or a bicep. Warm up and then do the deal. Should be good. I think I'm gonna alternate too. I'm kind of bouncing back and forth between chain work and band work. 1 week on, 1 week off, right? So chain work and then band work and then chain work, etc., etc. Our last training period would have been chain work. So this week for speed, I'll do band as the accommodating resistance for what we're up to. So band work this week, next week will be chains. I think that's pretty good. Hopefully you guys will stick around, check this out. It should be pretty simple and straightforward and easy. I might even just like leave the music off for today and just catch Nat and I just chatting about all kinds of great and wonderful things
of our day.
Of our day that maybe you'd be interested in. More vloggy. Maybe we'll go to the bank and we'll make deposits. No, probably not. No, probably not. But we'll be good. We'll get some training and it'll be all right. So we're gonna get ready and go for the jog. I got my little gloves on. I got keep my hands warm. These are my army gloves.
Yeah, we can tell.
You can see it because they have like they have all the fake grass in them from the last time that I wore them. I think this is fake grass that I got from Arizona, because it was the turf that they have out there in Arizona. This is Arizonan turf. Fucking worldly creature that I am.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go do the thing. We'll catch you guys in a little bit.
All right, time to go run with the worldly creature.
Worldly creature. I survived. We went for a run. The run wasn't huge. I don't have it mapped out, so I can't tell you the exact distance. It's just basically just a couple of walks. But I finished it in 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Now, I know saying that out loud, that's not like, oh my God, so impressive. But it's a small step, and with all things, whether you're talking about weightlifting or you're talking about whatever, running, whatever, small steps. If you can take little, small, sustainable steps, it gets you moving in the right direction for ultimately some bigger and bigger, more loftier goals. Best way to run a marathon is one step at a time. So kind of important for me, as I guess, I don't know what would be the, being just truth in lending and truth in what it is that I'm doing, just being honest of how far I'm going and at the time, and that way there's some accountability for me to maintain and progress. So continue to sustain said activity, but then ultimately look to try to progress through time too. So some accountability for you guys might help you reach your own goals as well, whether you are accountable to a spouse, a significant other, your children, your parents, whatever. Having some accountability built into what it is you do can definitely help you stay with whatever goal that you have. So bear that in mind. We've decided the winning warm-up. We're gonna do lateral raise, some banded tricep extension, a seated row, and the bicep curl. Try to package that up and get into it real fast, and then move into dinner time operations. I'm gonna be kind of rocking by my lonesome in terms of dinner prep and everything tonight. So I want to get everyone moving in the right direction, get all things done so kids can do bedtimes. Bit of an odd schedule recently. It may seem a little bit weird to kind of be talking about that stuff right now, but with being sick last week with COVID and whatever else, or the virus, it wiped out my whole family, and everyone was on quarantine. Nobody went to school and all that other stuff. So tomorrow is kind of a momentous day because it marks the return to school for a couple of my little ones. So that's kind of why I'm talking about dinner stuff and whatever else, because I also have to make sure that I get everyone, staged for success to, be ready to go to bed, to, whatever. So I'm already thinking next, couple of steps. I'm already on like Thursday of this week, and it's only Tuesday. As maybe many of you will know what I mean, who have families and such. But nothing's gonna happen if we don't get after it. So let's go ahead and get right into the workout, move through this, and then I can worry about everything else that's yet to come. So let's do this. Damn, not as far as I did, but snap, crackle, pop. Rice Krispies. Baby, that's my baby. I know. All right, so moving into our seated row, I just felt like this could be kind of a good opportunity to talk, just since we don't really have the music on today. So I really like doing the seated row, and I also really like changing up the angle by which we do it. So sometimes we sit right on the floor and have, you know, this angle here, and then other times we'll sit on this bench, so you can, I guess you can see, sitting on the bench here. So there is more of a downward trajectory with the cable, and it just changes up kind of where it hits on the back. I feel by having it be lower to me, it actually kind of brings up the spot on my back, so it hits a little bit more of the upper back. This is my girl. She's letting me know she's hungry. Are you hungry?
She's like, yes, hurry up, feed me. I've been warning you for an hour.
Yes, girls are hungry. Hey guys, feed the girls, please. So, and then just like that, they're off. They know what's up. They know what's up. So, with it being a little bit below me or lower than where I'm sitting, it changes the angle on my back and changes the area that it hits to more my upper back versus like mid to lower. And I just like having that change of angle to throw in a little bit of variety. So never doing the same thing the same way all the time. Changing up the angle, changing up the grip, changing up, you know, kind of how you do what you do is really, really important. And just kind of creating more holistic development for your training. You know, is also a good way of avoiding overuse injuries and things like that. So again, just for this, I also kind of like it too, because the way it sits, the cable can kind of run between my legs, and it just makes it a little bit easier for me to hold on to.
I'm kidding.
Nope. Good. Go to neutral. Go neutral when you're down. No, go neutral when you're down. There you go. And then back up. There you go. That's good. Good. As we work on supinating that wrist, you'll feel it. That little bit of supination helps out the brachial. So on the outside of that bicep here is the brachioradialis. It's a kind of a smaller muscle group. But by throwing in that supination into the movement, into that curl, you hit that outer part of the bicep, and you hit that brachioradialis. And again, although it's a small muscle, a little bit extra development on the brachioradialis can really give a much thicker, larger appearance to the arm. So especially for those, you know, you fellows that are out there, you want to add a little bit of thickness and density to the arm. That's an area that you can focus on that might help out. So check that out. She says she's turning 28 and she's turning old. Here I am turning 40 this year.
I'm a woman.
Wow, 40 years. Crazy.
I'm a woman without kids.
So what?
I'm getting old.
Anyhow,
That
biological clocks aside. So hey, I know that I've talked on this before. Some of you will know this, some of you may not, especially maybe if you're a little bit more newer to the channel. Just kind of wanted to give you a quick introduction to the setup. So now we're done with our running warm-up. We're moving into the speed work. So for our speed work, we're utilizing the Titan monolift attachment just because they're kind of cool and I like using them. There was a Christmas present, so just want to utilize the stuff that I have available to me, and that definitely makes the lift off a little bit nicer. So we're playing with the band setup now. So the accommodating resistance that we're utilizing this week is going to be band tension. So I've opted to use the mini bands and double them up. I'm going to see how much tension that is. So I'm going to pass off to Nat real fast. And you know, what I have here is just an electronic hanging scale. You can get this on Amazon pretty easy. I'll leave a link in the description box. But with this, I can basically just kind of put this under the band and then kind of step up, and that reads out about 33, 32?
Yep.
Okay, so about, you know, give or take about 32 pounds of pressure at the top per side. So bar 45 pounds, bands we'll say 32, so about 64 pounds of pressure. We'll round up and just say 65 pounds of pressure at the very top with bands. So that puts us at 110 of weight at the top, if we don't add any of the any straight weight on. What we're aiming for is to move at a meter per second, and the way that we know that is we have this velocity based trainer. This one is from Squats and Science. This is called the open barbell, and this will help us measure our bar velocity with this pull chain. So you can see that was 2.14 meters per second. So we want to try to move the bar at about a meter per second. So we'll get set up with this. I'll go ahead and attach this to the bar so we can get set, and that will kind of film my first set. And the first little bit, the first couple of reps is all just test to see if we have an appropriate tension. Now, the thing I want to drive home is I don't really care necessarily about how much band tension I have or how much bar weight I have. Every week it's going to fluctuate just depending on what setup I elect to go with. The weight will always end up changing. The thing that I want to remain constant and near the same every single time is going to be my velocity. Again, 1 meter per second for all my rep work. That's what I'm trying to aim for. So we'll give it a quick test and see how this moves.
$103, $123, $130.
Okay, so clearly enough speed there. So the band tension alone isn't going to be sufficient. So we want to add a little bit of weight in. So I think what we'll probably look to do is add a 10 and a 5 and just see how that moves. Test it again for another couple of reps, and then adjust higher or lower if I need to from there. But I just want to give you guys kind of the methodology and the setup, how I do what I do, so you may find a way to kind of emulate it in your own space.
Quarter.
We're gonna go 10 and a 5. And on this, I am being a little bit more cautious. You know, I'm not making big jumps, going for a plate right away, you know, or whatever. Just, you know, fine-tune adjustments to walk in, you know, the amount of resistance that you want to get. You don't have to do it in one fell swoop.
$71, $98, $101.
All right, that might be pretty close. So, first one maybe a bit of a fluke. The second 2 reps a little bit better. That might be just kind of tightness and attention and focus on my part. So I'll try it one more again, and as long as I'm right around that meter per second mark, we'll call that good. So I may not make any more weight jumps after this.
$99, $106, $108.
Cool, so right where we want to be, we'll say that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So that is my first set rep iteration. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 9 reps. We'll close this off for me. Get Nat, she'll do same setup. 3, rest, 3, rest, 3, rest. My turn, in which case we'll change hand grip. So we will do a total of 3 different hand grips, 9 reps at each hand grip, if that makes sense. So Nat's turn. Here we go.
Woo! Cool.
All right, so again, just for transparency, or for those of you that are at home, maybe some females kind of following along and looking at maybe just the difference of how I set myself up versus how Nat sets herself up. what we did is instead of having this, the mini double looped, we just took one loop off and took it and stretched it over here. So what that will do is reduce the overall band tension that she experiences. And so we have her at about, let's just say 15. It's bouncing around a little bit, and I'm still getting a little bit of a pinch off from the bar. Not an exact science, but it also doesn't really matter. It just gives us an approximate amount to just to have on our heads. We could keep track of it if we really cared that much, but again, the velocity means more to us than the exact weight, so the weight is more or less kind of immaterial. But I just wanted to give a quick example of a difference between, you know, my setup and her setup. So right now, she got a bar weight plus about 15 pounds of band tension per side, and then based on her first couple of reps, we'll make the determination about whether or not we want to add any bar weight or anything like that. But again, making sure that we're staying with that commensurate meter per second that we're gunning for. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and steal this from Nat and have her go ahead and get in a couple of reps so we can see where she's at, get it dialed in, and then allow her to execute the rest of her sets. I think if I had it all to do over again, I might drop the rack height just like 1 or maybe 2, because that feels like that, you know what I mean? Almost have to extend out those shoulders to be able to get it. It's not quite where I'd want, but it's not, you know, not the end of the world, especially for speed day.
Yeah. We should just drop it down now. I can't get it out.
Uh-oh.
You know why?
Performance anxiety.
No. You forget to take the weight off.
All right, so I didn't remove weight from one side. I'm a bad partner. All right, let's see what you got. Give me a good test rep or 3. 59, 62, 68. Okay, still not quite as fast as we might like, but not too shabby.
I'll just hang on here while you bring them down.
She's done.
Girl.
All right, so we just changed it up a little bit. Moved the peg just back a bit to reduce just a little bit more tension. Still wanted to get, you know, a little bit faster off her speed. So Nat, let's go ahead and give it a rip. Ashi, come on. The gym dog's getting in the way. She wants to see the setup too. Isn't that right? Sit. Good girl. Good girl. All right, so let's see what you got. Try to move quick, explosive. Good. 1, 2, 3. We're up at 90 that time, so a lot better, a lot closer to where we want to be. So setup's a little bit better. We'll stick with this for her for the remainder. Yeah, all right. Super excited because we got a 2-day win streak. I feel like that's like big business around here. Things are looking up. I'm being sarcastic, but only to a point. And I really do hope that you guys, in your own training and however you go about things, kind of actually do the same thing. You know, a little check mark, a little whatever. Like, celebrate yourself. Celebrate, you know, the consistency. Celebrate an unbroken week of training. That's awesome. You know, you get enough of those together, things start looking pretty good, and you're making progress toward whatever your goal is. And so, you know, getting 2-day win streak, that's like, again, I'm being kind of sarcastic on myself, but I am excited about it because, whoa, I can balance. Because like, it's important, and I have struggled, as I've kind of confessed on here before, had a real hard go of things lately. A lot of stuff just hasn't felt right, been, you know, kind of in my own head, and had a real difficult time. And so being able to string together 2 days of good quality training is a huge win. So I'm overjoyed, and I'm grateful to have, I have the benefit of having Nat, you know, as a loyal training partner who also helps kind of drag me along, and, you know, shows up even on days where I don't feel like it, and, you know, all that stuff. So I'm super grateful for you, Nat, for all the support and, you know, the stick-to-itiveness and helping me kind of stay on track, especially in this very uncertain time for me personally. And you've been making some progress too.
Yeah.
Nat's been trying to lose a little bit of weight and is down. The numbers don't matter necessarily, but down 7 pounds, and so that's good. You know, I think it takes a good. It's okay to be proud of oneself for even small accomplishments, because small accomplishments will support bigger and bigger accomplishments.
Yes.
So I just want to really harp on the positivity and the positive self-talk and the positive self-affirmations, because you may not be getting it from the people around you. You may not get it from your spouse or your children or other people in your life. They may not notice, they may not whatever. So take the moment and be proud of yourself for your own your own goals and your own progress. I think that's my message for today.
Yeah.
Take the moment, be proud of yourself, even if it's for something pretty small. It's okay. Small things lead to big things. Session was good. We got some running. Again, only going just a couple of blocks, which again is not significant, but it's more than I was doing last week. So running twice, pretty good. Keep it short and sustainable for now, and slowly over time ratchet it up. And you guys will see I'll be like a Usain Bolt, but not at all like a Usain Bolt. In fact, the almost complete opposite of the Usain Bolt. So really nothing. I don't even know why we're talking about Usain Bolt, because he's got nothing to do with this situation other than he runs pretty good, and I don't.
Not yet.
Yet.
There you go. A little at a time.
Positive self-talk. We're making it happen. That's it, guys. Questions, comments, concerns, drop in the chat box below. I will respond. Thank you for your continued support on the channel. I appreciate you guys helping make the channel what it is, and it just means the world, so thank you. If you happen to know other folks who might enjoy the content, might enjoy the channel, or there are videos here on the channel that they may enjoy that you've seen, please share it with them. Want to continue to grow the channel and keep getting more vigorous, so we can do more and more betterest things. And just definitely need all the new eyeballs we can get. So if you happen to know someone with new eyeballs,
even if they're glass,
tell them about us. Tell them about us. All right. Remember, guys, no matter what it is you think you can't do, take a moment of pride and joy, and even just the small steps that you're taking. Those steps aren't going to happen if you don't get in and trying to spite. You're either going to find an excuse, you're going to find a way, and I hope that you guys continue to find the way. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace them out.
peace. Blah, 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 blah.
I don't even know, I feel like I should do something, but I just got to let you do your thing. It's like every time it's like a new and wonderful thing. I mean, it's a lot of it's kind of repetitive, but I'm not really sure the direction you're going to go with it, so I just kind of let the magic just unfold.
You never know what to expect.
The magic that is the ball of twine that is Nat's brain.
All you could really know is that I'm gonna say peace,
La la la.
but you don't really know what kind of sound I'm gonna make and for how long.
We're gonna do a turkey call, and then we're gonna hit me in the chest.
And woo 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 woo.
That's the roo.
I know, that's the next one.
That's my girl. That's my canine, the gym dog. We call her Roo. And it's funny because she goes outside and she starts barking and she sounds like she's just roo 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 roo. Funny. It was totally unintentional, but it was what it was. Anyway, this is not why you guys come here.
All right, okay.
For these crazy asides. So maybe you do. I don't know. But we appreciate you guys being here.
Okay.
See you later.
See you later. Peace. Blah, 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 blah.